of all, I just got to say, if the only reason somebody buys this DVD and Blu-ray is just to see you eating a bug, it's worth it. 'Cause it was the theme of the entire movie, it seemed. You growing up in Alaska.
Yeah.
Alaska, Thailand.
The big difference is the bugs.
Bugs, big bugs, right?
Big, little mosquitoes, bigger mosquitoes. Yeah.
Selena on the special features of the DVD, in the middle of talking, she eats a bug.
Yeah, a bug flies right into her mouth. Yeah.
That right there, yeah, it's what we call an ambulance.
Is that what that's called?
That may be our ride to and from set in the next couple weeks.
Victor, watching the special features, so you were 2 fights into the movie and already beat to death. Was this like the most physical thing you've ever done?
Definitely. I mean, besides training for a fight or, I think that we had a month of training in Bangkok before we even started. So when we actually got out there, I was already beat up. I mean, and then it just is, I wanted Matthias to be seen taking the hits, to be seen jumping on the chariots, be seen doing all that stuff, not cutting away and see his back and have a stunt double do that.
Yeah.
That's not the way that I want to do it. I think it's my job if I'm going to be an action actor is for the audience to really be doing this stuff.
Yeah, to believe it, because they see you, right?
Yeah, and I think, I'm doing them a service. I want them to be sucked into the movie and not look at the back of some guy's head and be like, oh, that doesn't look like him. You can always tell when somebody's
there. Yeah, instead of your hair, right?
Exactly. Yeah, he's got a blonde wig instead of a dark one.
You went into this knowing that's what you wanted, and they wanted that too, but they were almost talking you out of taking the role because they were going to abuse you so bad.
Real tried to talk me out of it. When in the very final and the screen test at the end, just done this martial arts demonstration. We'd done the scenes a whole bunch of times. We sat down and had a little conversation, and he said, "You are not having a stunt double. You're doing everything, and that's including jumping off of waterfalls, chariot races, all your fights, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to be battered. You're going to be bruised. You're going to be beat up. There's no rest. There's no going back to your trailer in between takes. You're working nonstop the whole time." And I was just like, "Where do I sign up? Let's do it.
In, right?
Let's go for this ride."
You fight well, mortal. Perhaps we'll take you with us.
You've never done fighting before, have you?
Never, no. But because I have background in dancing, it's not that hard because, I'm trained to kind of be flexible and learn, how to do body movement and footwork, with the double sword. So it was easy to learn the choreography.
Boston, you've done some, you did the movie Otis, which is just amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, Otis was fun.
And you do directing as well.
Yeah,
on,
I direct
on stage.
theater, yeah.
I don't remember seeing anything this physical either.
No, this was like a first action movie for me. I mean, I've had the stage combat experience.
Yeah.
So it was similar to that, but and Victor really took me under his wings. I mean, we were there weeks before, and we were training every day, 6 hours a day, 6 to 8 sometimes.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Did you lose like a ton of weight?
I did, because it was really hot, and we
Just
worked
like
a lot,
all the
and
time,
I just
right?
sweated it down. Yeah,
Yeah.
I probably lost over the course of shooting about, 20-something pounds, maybe at least. And
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that you must do is obey me, slave.
We are warriors of the book, my lord.
Tell me about shooting in Thailand, because this is a very physical experience for you. How do you stay in shape and keep on your diet when you're in an odd environment like that?
That's a good question, because the diet part was not easy to, and they, everything in Thailand's MSG.
Is it really?
MSG and everything. And I have a horrible reaction.
You have a bowl of MSG?
It sounds really childish, but I have this horrible reaction to MSG. I mean, I really do. My face turns bright red, and my blood pressure goes up.
Oh, jeez.
So trying to convince them, or even just translate that, because they don't call it MSG. It's not MSG. And
Salt.
so it was a little difficult.
Tell me about filming in this place where it's not a set. You were in this old. Did you feel the soul of this when you were filming?
A lot of times, a very common occurrence for us, I mean, especially for myself, and I know Boston and shared this, is we would walk into these ruins and these temples, and your hair would stand up. You would feel the years in these places and the energy that would be coming up. And I mean, you can't build that kind of stuff in a set. It's just, it added such a sense of reality, and it took the production value through the roof and really gave us stuff to work with.
What mortal dares to awaken the warriors of the book?
Do you always prefer an action movie as opposed to, because that seems like what you're doing a lot of?
I grew up watching Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan with my dad, so that's got a huge place in my heart. But at the same time, I love to explore different roles. For me, it's about just finding a role that's challenging, and if I can incorporate the martial arts, that's great.
When you were filming this, from what I saw, they used multiple cameras.
Oh yeah.
More than usual.
Yeah.
Did that give you a certain freedom that you didn't have to worry about how you were being blocked and stuff like that?
You've got all these different angles that I was completely unaware that I was even being shot at, because, you know, you're there doing your thing, but you've got all these cameras from different angles, and you don't really need to worry because they're gonna get it.
What will our audience expect from this movie? What can they expect to see in it?
I mean, it's an action movie. And you get action from the beginning to the end. It is nonstop.
Action. This movie is non-stop action.
You've got some just great characters. You've got Billy Zane's amazing. And he just steals a movie. He's this wacky king.
If they're a fan of Scorpion King, they're gonna love this movie.
So Batista and Kimbo came in and rocked it, and they're so physical and believable. And Selena and Crystal.
Obviously, it's a big action movie, but I have to say there's a lot of comedy as well. Boston is particularly funny. He's a funny guy.
Lots of skin.
Explosions, lots of hot babes and
hot
skinny
babes with
outfits.
swords? Come on, right? so basically everything a guy needs in a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Like the special features and everything were amazing, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time with me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.